Hello my fellow nightcrawlers, welcome back to a brand new video. As usual, grab your blankets and grab your snacks and get comfortable because today we're going into the case of the Inunki Tunnel, village, urban legend thing. There's a bunch of different things that this falls under. So, in all honesty, I don't really know how to classify it. This urban legend has a bunch of different turns, paths, and all sorts of interesting things. So, enough of my blabbering, let's just hop in and learn about this. The Inunki Tunnel is considered to be one of the most haunted places in Japan. Bridging the mountain pass between two cities, it runs basically barren now. It's mostly inaccessible by vehicle. The only way that you're really going to be getting to this tunnel is by walking, or hiking, essentially. The Inunki name roughly translates to dog's howl. One of the legends say that the valley is too deep for dogs to cross, so they howl. Therefore, dogs howl. The other reason that this might be named the way that it is because a man shot his dog in anger because he was howling so much. And because the dog was howling so much, he couldn't grab any other bits of the animals that he was trying to obtain because, the guy is a hunter. And it turns out that the dog actually all along was helping him. He was trying to warn him from danger. So then a snake comes out and nearly kills him. And then the guy devotes the rest of his life to being a monk. There's many different beliefs and theories on why it's named the way that it is. So I guess just kind of pick one and decide what you think is coolest. So the Inunki Route is actually a real thing. The tunnel itself is real. The village urban legend thing is the part that we're going to get into eventually. Development on the road started in 1884, but it was eventually suspended because of the cost that came with it. In 1949, they were eventually like, okay, hey, we kind of started this project, I don't know, 60 years ago. Should we finish it? And I guess they were like, okay, yeah, sure, let's finish it. And they did. The biggest problem with this entire thing, though, is that not a lot of people even drove on it to begin with. The roads are described as steep and treacherous, and apparently even in the colder months, the locals say that it's rather spooky and eerie to drive on, so it wasn't exactly the most popular route to be taking. There was even a murder in the tunnel. These individuals decided to just rob this dude, pour some gasoline on him, and set him alight. Yeah, in the tunnel. There have been countless bodies discovered, there's been car crashes, there's been skeletons pulled up. Yeah, there's a whole lot of things going on at this tunnel. So I think the status that it's getting from this then leads to this idea of the urban legend. So let's hop into the real urban legend of this entire thing. So to get things squared away first, there is a real Inunki village. It ranged from 1680 to 1842. This village of people then merged with another village of people and then another and all that cool stuff. Basically, the part where the real Inunki village would be, it's basically submerged in a dam right now that they decided to build. So the real one does exist, it's just that there's no real way to access it. So then this leads to the idea of the urban legend, which is, okay, well, maybe there's a real other one that we can obtain, which is the one that we're about to discuss, the urban legend. So here is how you'd be getting to the real Inunki village that doesn't have any real laws. So by the old Inunki Tunnel, as you would be going and looking through it, there's a small path in the tunnel that you would then take. And the path that you begin to make your way down starts getting smaller and smaller. Once you reach the end, though, you will reach a village that has no real traces on any map ever. Once you reach the foot of the village, you will see a sign that states the Japanese Constitution does not come into effect past this point. The people that do live within the village, though, are cited to be very hostile and scary. There's a belief that basically the reason that they're not on any maps anywhere is because the government pushed them away because of how ravenous and crazy they were. And I guess technically are. We live in the age of digital everything. Satellites, drones, YouTube, video cameras, photographers, whatever the case may be, we can pull up something in terms of a digital print. The problem is that there has been nothing anywhere about this village being sought, or I guess really seen. There's countless YouTube videos online of people trying to find this hidden place, but to no avail. Are they hiding it well? Or is it all just an urban legend? So while the Inunki village was a real place, at one point it just eventually merged with other places. So is the village that they're trying to describe here still there? Or is this just another creepypasta, just to tell something around the campfire? So what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Is it a real place, or is this just some creepy old thing to tell around the campfire to scare the kids, to put them to sleep? Before we do hop into the end transition scene, though, I would like to thank my first ever Patreon ever. I honestly didn't expect anyone to even use it, but we got one. All right, sweet. Lint, I would like to thank you for your very kind and generous donation to the Patreon. I honestly never would have expected anyone to do anything with that, so thank you, genuinely, I appreciate it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the video, why not like and subscribe? It definitely helps me out. If you didn't, why not dislike and let me know what I can improve on for next time. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will see y'all in the next one.